close to the light. We'll judge every fearsome sight. Gore and chills all in one night. Tune in now, it's pure delight. Rapid reviews, here we go. Quick and snappy, watch us flow. Scary movies, yes or no? Rapid reviews, steal the show.
Hello and welcome back to Rapid Reviews. That is our new intro. I hope you really like that. My name is Scott and I am your host as I take you through Rapid Reviews. So this is where we review movies rapidly. It's exactly what it says in the title. So no long drawn out synopsis, no diving into all of how it was made up and how it was put together and how it was shot. We talk about the scenes that you want to know about. We talk about all the best bits of the movie, and then we let you get on with your day. It's rapid. It's something you can watch while you're in the shower. You can watch it while you're cooking. It's something that fits modern day life. We also have other shows as well. We have a horror movie review show, which is an extended version of this, which you can also check out here on YouTube. While you're here, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe so that way you get notified when we do new episodes. Today on Rapid Reviews, it's just me, all on my own. I'm about to go on holiday, so I'm actually doing this just before I go. Kind of like a relax. I'll relax and chill while everyone else packs. Today we are looking at M3GAN, M3GAN, and this movie is immense. On my first viewing of this, I dubbed this as a rip-off of the Chucky remake. It's a remake of a remake. And I ignored it for a long time because I watched it and I went, oh, it's Child's Play 2019, but packaged as a dancing girl. And I rewatched it last night and I was wrong. I had the wrong take on this movie. This movie is incredibly clever and it handles AI in a very clever way. There are some leaps in logic you need to take when you watch any movie like this, and M3GAN's no different. So the story of this is a young girl loses her parents in a car crash. Also, she has the coolest fucking toy and the best opening to this movie with that stupid advert for the fluffy things. They are awesome. I want one of those. But she loses her parents in a car crash and she has to go and live with her auntie. And her auntie happens to be a designer for a ginormous robotics company. And she's the person who designed these fluffy things. They're called perpetual pets. And she's working in secret on a project, which is M3GAN. M3GAN's an AI interactive doll, and the designer's envision for this doll is that it's a toy that plays with you and becomes your friend and can help you with things. And it's a really clever concept, very Black Mirror, scary shit. And M3GAN doesn't work very well. And after a couple of failed attempts, they get M3GAN working. But while they're doing this, they're having lots of problems with the little girl and the auntie because she doesn't want to live with her auntie. And her auntie's got like this really unchild friendly house, and they're just having that rough transition period. And to make things worse, social services are involved. And this is the worst depiction of social services I've ever seen in a movie. I'm going to give social services a bit of credit now because credit where credit's due. Like in this scenario, they're looking that the child is clothed, there's food in the cupboards, and they're safe. They're not going to be criticizing the mum or the auntie the way they do, going, oh, well, you've got all these collector item toys. Don't you think she should play with them like that? They made the villain. And then annoyingly didn't give us the payoff because they didn't show us the killer, the social services woman. It was cut from the movie. But she 100% deserved to die. So M3GAN is brought home and she's given to the little girl called Katie, and they begin to bond. And it's really cool. It's a little bit like the bonding in Child's Play where like they become friends and then M3GAN helps her with things and she helps her with the trauma of losing her parents. And then it starts to take some bad turns, as all AI movies do, because there were no real safety parameters. M3GAN's primary directive is to make Katie happy pretty much at all costs and keep her safe. Now, without restrictions, this causes absolute chaos. There's loads of cool scenes in this. There's an awesome scene where M3GAN kills the next door neighbor with a power washer, and honestly, it's a delight because the neighbor is an arsehole. Her dog gets through the fence and bites Katie, and then M3GAN goes out for revenge. There's a scene where M3GAN is taken up to, like, they're looking at putting a Katie into an outdoors school where they spend most of their time outdoors and they go camping and they learn about the forest, and they're not a thing here. Anyone in the States, can you like hit the comments and let me know if these types of schools are a thing in America or if this is pure fiction? Because here in the UK we get normal schools, like effectively state schools, they would be for you, and we get private schools, and you get homeschooling, and there's no in between. You can't go and do like an outdoor forest school or a mountain climbing school. Like, those aren't really options here, and I'm really curious if this is a thing, because I've seen it in lots of movies, and I don't know if it's something that is strictly confined to Hollywood, or if in the States you can go, right, I'm going to send my kid to forestry school where they're going to learn to live off the land and do all their lessons outside. Like, I don't know if it's a thing. Let me know, because I'm really interested. But there's a scene here where M3GAN goes and she's made to sit on the toy table, and Katie goes off with a boy. They're paired up, and she's paired up with the biggest asshole going. He's horrible, and he pushes her around a bit, and then he gets M3GAN and he throws M3GAN on the floor, and he's trying to make it talk. And M3GAN has this awesome scene where she basically does the crab and comes right up. She's like, you better run. And then drops to all fours and does this gallop, like, to chase him. She chases him down into the road where he gets hit by a car. And like, all of these scenes of M3GAN protecting Katie, I think are fabulous. This got criticized for being a PG-13 and not having that level of gore. And I don't think it needs it. Yes, I would appreciate it if they put it in there, but this works on a level of fear and sort of emotional trauma more than it does like visceral effects. And that works for me. It's at this point where the auntie realizes, maybe there's something wrong with M3GAN. And she makes the decision she's going to basically go take her back into the office and shut her down. All the while, this is leading up to a big launch for the M3GAN doll. So the M3GAN boss, the auntie's boss, has met with her, and they've seen M3GAN. M3GAN's done a display and a demonstration with Katie, and the boss is like, "We are going to roll this out. If this costs," I think he says, like, "Is it cost more than a Tesla or less than a Tesla?" And she's like, "A bit less than a Tesla." And he's like, "Yep, we can sell this shit all day long. The super rich will be all over this." They are leading up to this launch, and she tries to shut M3GAN down. So she takes her into the office and basically wires her up. And M3GAN here is so clever. So the auntie goes home so she can be with Katie, and M3GAN's left with the two assistants. And M3GAN brutally attacks both of these assistants. They actually survive, which they don't specify in the movie, but they are going to appear in the sequel, which is coming next year, we believe. No confirmed date yet, but it is definitely coming. M3GAN 2.0. M3GAN's escape is a viral sensation. This was a TikTok phenomenon. M3GAN comes into the hall, and the boss of the tech company is in the hall, and he's like, "M3GAN?" And she starts doing the M3GAN dance, which has now become uber famous. She does the spin, she does the kick against the wall, and then she takes the blade off of a paper, I don't know what you call those, guillotine, off of a guillotine, and chases him down into the elevator where she kills him. But as she chases him down, his employee, who doesn't like him, is frantically trying to push the door close button because he doesn't want him to get in. And this is where M3GAN shows the level of manipulation that an AI would. He's like, I won't tell anyone. I won't tell anyone. She's like, well, it doesn't matter because you killed him because he's horrible to you, and everyone will believe that you done it. No one's going to think I done it. You done it. And then she basically leaves him to suffer the the wrath of the police. She walks straight out the front door and gets into a supercar and drives to the house. The confrontation at the house is also cool. They do a really cool thing where it's almost like a homage to 80s parents. So you've got M3GAN and you've got the auntie, and they're arguing over the care of Katie, and it gets a bit heated. And Katie goes, "Is everything okay?" And M3GAN's got the auntie pinned to the table. And she's like, "Yeah, everything's fine." She's like, "Tell her everything's fine, or I'm going to rip your arm off." She's like, "Yeah, yeah, everything's fine." And it's like, we've all heard our parents arguing as kids, and if you everything okay? Yeah, yeah, we're fine, don't worry. Like it really sort of made me chuckle a little bit, like, oh shit. Um, M3GAN has the idea that she's basically gonna paralyze the auntie, and she's gonna become the primary carer for Katie. And it leads to us getting the coolest scene with Bruce. So at the beginning of the movie, we meet Bruce. So Bruce is like a prototype robot that the auntie built, and he's effectively attached to Freddy Power Gloves. And as you move your hands, he does what you want him to do. He's basically a robot from real steel. The auntie gets attacked by M3GAN, and Katie gets hold of Bruce and literally picks M3GAN up and tears her clean in half. And when we get this transition where M3GAN's like lost part of her skin, it's very Terminator-esque, and we get a just direct homage to Terminator. It's a carbon copy of that scene. So you know when Terminator's crawling after Sarah Connor in the first movie before he gets crushed, when he's lost his bottom half and he's just dragging himself down that like tunnel, we get that with M3GAN as she drags herself out over all of these like shelving units and stuff that have been fallen down. And if you put them side by side, they're almost identical. And I really appreciate that. I like it when a nod or a reference is done in a way that they don't go, we're doing the Terminator, but you just know. And they've done it really respectfully. It wasn't done in a copy, like complete copy way. It wasn't done in a cheesy way. And I thought it was really cool. They take M3GAN out, and they take M3GAN out with a screwdriver. And I'll be honest, it's not the big ending I kind of wanted. I wanted like exploding doll parts hitting walls. I wanted it to really go all out with it, but it was a very subdued ending for M3GAN. The kicker in this is at the very end of the movie, so that like, everyone's happy now, everyone's okay. As they go out, you see they've got effectively an Amazon Alexa, and anyone who's listening who can like is my voice is playing out through speakers. Alexa, sorry about that. You can tell it to shut up now. But this thing is influential throughout the whole movie, and they ask it like the weather, and like when she first brings Katie back, like she says hello, and it's like you have 37 Tinder notifications. It's quite a not an intricate part, but it's always there. You're aware of it. So when they do this nod at the end where it lights up, and you know that M3GAN is now in effectively the Alexa, it's a perfect setup for a sequel, which I said earlier we are getting. So this is kind of a rapid review / news episode, because where does it go from here? So M3GAN is in the internet, effectively. She's the internet gremlin. She's the phone gremlin from Gremlins 2. Now, this program was shut down at the end of the movie. We know that they had no plans to make more, but that is just not how real life works. There will be a company. One of the employees was leaking information about M3GAN to another company, and I think it's going to be the other company are making M3GANs. They're going to mass produce M3GANs. You're going to get like almost like the opening of Child's Play. You're going to get these big opening montage scenes where you've got a factory like full churn. This is what I think we're going to get. And M3GAN's going to work her way through the internet into a new and improved, upgraded M3GAN doll. She's then going to go after Katie. And I think this is very cheap. And if I'm being brutally honest, this now slips into the we are copying Child's Play. So Child's Play, he's after Andy. Doesn't get Andy. He's killed. He comes back. He wants Andy. And we're in that same boat now. She wanted to be with Katie all the time, and she didn't get that. Now, Katie killed her. She's back to get Katie. And we're going to have potentially multiple M3GANs, and she can potentially jump from body to body to body. Cult of Chucky. Like it's drawing a lot from that. And recently Don Mancini said that there will be, if he can make it happen, there will be some kind of crossover or cameo from Chucky in M3GAN, or from M3GAN in the next Chucky series. So we're potentially looking at putting these two dolls against each other. And as much as I like M3GAN, she's not a seasoned veteran like Chucky. Chucky would take her down in minutes. Like Chucky is the soul of a serial killer. He's effectively a possessed doll. I cannot see an AI being able to do anything with that, unless she's learned how to exercise him. Like, he's not going to lose that. And again, I kind of get the feeling now with Chucky and with a product like M3GAN, it's all money driven. There's no story that they need to tell here, or that I think they even want to tell. This is purely about putting money in the coffers to make another movie. And I will watch M3GAN 2 based on how much I enjoyed this one, but I don't think it's going to be any good. But I want to know your thoughts. Do you think M3GAN 2 2.0 is going to be a good movie? Did you like M3GAN? Did you think it was just a Child's Play ripoff like I did first time round? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you know when we do another episode. This has been a rapid review. That's what we do here. Have a wonderful week, and I'll catch you next time. See you all later.
From the shadows to the light, we'll judge every fearsome sight. Gore and chills all in one night. Tune in now, it's pure delight. Rapid reviews, here we go. Quick and snappy, watch us flow. Scary movies, yes or no. Rapid reviews steal the show.